also like to point out that Mayor Herndon could not be here tonight. As some of you know, his wife Kay is battling COVID. So if you could, please keep the mayor and their family and Kay in your thoughts and prayers. Before I have Councilman Hinton lead us in our invocation tonight, and then we'll go straight into the Pledge of Allegiance, I'd like to do something a little different tonight. For those that don't know, one of our citizens who was a regular attendee of the council meetings and also a former councilman himself passed away this weekend. If everyone could please stand and join with me in a moment of silence for the family of Jody Jobson, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Councilman Hinton, please lead us in our invocation.
Heavenly Father, we just come to you tonight, thanking you for each person here, their interest in Northport City. Just ask a special blessing on them. We ask for wisdom as our elected officials, that you grant that to us. Help us to make the decisions you would have us to make in the city. We thank you for sending Jesus Christ, for saving power, for the hope he gives us. And we pray, Lord, as we leave this 2020 year and move into the new year, we just pray for a better year for our community, for our country. Yet, Lord, we know that you're in complete control of whatever happens. Christ name.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, we'll take roll.
Councilwoman Bobo.
Present.
Councilman Washington.
Present.
Councilman Hinton. Here. Councilwoman Dykes.
Here.
President Hogg.
Here. Next on the agenda is item 4, presentations. Typically, Mayor Herndon would do the presentations. We have 2 presentations tonight, a business of the month, and that is Dr. Richard E. Jones III. And then we also have a proclamation for trafficking-free zone as well here in the city of Northport. So at this time, for the business of the month, I ask Dr. Hinton to join me in the presentation, and then after that presentation is done for the business of the month, that the trafficking force can come forward as well, and we'll do that proclamation as well.
Sherry, you got it.
Yeah, go ahead and talk a little bit about this.
I serve District 3 in the city, and we are each selecting business leaders of the month for our appropriate month. And I've selected Dr. Jones. He's really come into Northport within the last year or two. Been in Tuscaloosa for like 21 years. His field is rheumatology, and he has tremendous practice there. Watermelon Road, if you've seen, as you've driven out Watermelon Road, the big building, the doctor's building on the left as you go out, sits on a hill. Prettiest building out there, in fact. That's his location. And so we're just delighted he's in Northport now, and we certainly welcome him. And Ron will read the proclamation. And Dr. Jones, after he finishes, if you'd like to introduce the others, would be good.
social distance, I'm gonna take off this mask so I can read and everyone can hear me. Whereas the government of Northport, Alabama celebrates men and women who choose Northport as their location of his or her local small businesses and the contributions to our local economy and community. And whereas small businesses employ 47.3% of the working population in the United States, and whereas Northport, Alabama supports our local businesses that create jobs, boost our local economy, and preserve our neighborhoods. And whereas Dr. Richard E. Jones III has practiced in Tuscaloosa County for 19 years and established a business in Northport in October of 2019. And whereas Dr. Jones makes all of his patients feel at ease and treats them as he would his family. And whereas Dr. Jones is community-minded and very involved in his church, Northport Baptist Church. And I now therefore, I, Jeff Hogg, on behalf of the Mayor Bobby Herndon, by the authority vested in the Mayor's office of the City of Northport, Alabama, do hereby proclaim Dr. Richard E. Jones III to be January 2021 Business of the Month in the City of Northport, and express our appreciation for their continued contributions to the quality of life and well-being of our citizens. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the City of Northport to be affixed this 4th day of January 2021. Thank you.
Thank you. Just very briefly, we're delighted to be in Northport. We're delighted for the assistance as council and specifically Dr. Hinton gave us in making this possible. We love the fact that we're part of the medical corridor that part of Watermelon Road has become, and I think will continue, and we're delighted to be a part of it. If you don't mind, let me introduce some folks that are with us who are a big part of having made this possible also. Firstly, Ms. Cooley, Ms. Beth Cooley, our office manager, does a fantastic job. In the middle, my partner for 29 years, my wife, Sherry Jones, has been a huge part of this. Lastly, not leastly, Ms. Tina Boyd, who does our medical billing, has her own business as part of this office, Advanced Medical Billing in the Southeast. And in reference to what John said, we actually call the building High Point Medical Center, for that exactly the reason you mentioned. So anyway, thanks for letting me take up some time and have my friends come and enjoy this moment. Thank you again so much.
Thank you very much. And Dr. Jones?
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Okay, next tonight is the proclamation for our human trafficking awareness. We have a lot of individuals here tonight for this, and we do appreciate their work. So, once again, I'm going to take off this mask so I can read. On behalf of the mayor. Whereas the City of Northport seeks to enhance public welfare, protect public safety, and promote human flourishing for all residents and visitors by declaring that freedom from human trafficking is a fundamental human right, and whereas human trafficking is a form of modern-day slavery in which victims are forced to work in various forms of exploitation, including debt bondage, forced marriage, labor and commercial sexual exploitation of adults and minors that are induced through force, fraud, or coercion. The City of Northport, Alabama is committed to ensuring that our community is prepared to recognize signs of human trafficking, and whereas the risk of human trafficking have increased during the COVID-19 pandemic. Economic turmoil, financial hardship, isolation, and the shuttering of schools and other programs have resulted in increased opportunity for human trafficking, particularly online, and resulted in fewer places for victims to turn to to report exploitation and fewer chances for the abuse to be recognized. And whereas due to its isolating nature, many individuals remain unaware that trafficking is a threat to their neighborhoods, their families, and their children. The first step in eliminating human trafficking in our community is to educate others. We must work diligently to ensure that all frontline industries, educators, and first responders are aware of the issue, how to spot it, and whereas we will continue our efforts to make the city of Northport a trafficking-free zone by combating the human trafficking of our children and vulnerable adults and mitigating the associated public safety, economic, and health risks to our community in collaboration with the Child Trafficking Solutions Project and other anti-human trafficking organizations by combating labor trafficking, servitude, commercial sexual exploitation through comprehensive education of our staff, the implementation and enforcement of a zero-tolerance policy against any act which may support human trafficking, and supporting collaborative, community-based solutions across a continuum that includes prevention, recovery of victims, and prosecution of perpetrators. And ask all citizens of the city of Northport to join us in promoting a shift away from the culture of tolerance toward human trafficking. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Jeff Hogg, on behalf of the mayor, Bobby Herndon, by virtue of the authority vested in the mayor's office of the city of Northport in the state of Alabama, do hereby proclaim January 2021 as Human Trafficking Awareness Month, and encourage all residents to join us in raising the visibility of this crime and to become more informed about ways to prevent, to recognize, and to respond to the potential victims of human trafficking in our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I say something real quick?
Yes, please do. Please introduce everyone here.
All right, so I just want to thank the council. Last year, we declared January as the Human Trafficking Awareness Month. This year, they went a step above and declared Northport as a trafficking-free zone. I also I'm accepting this proclamation on behalf of the West Alabama Human Trafficking Task Force. We are made up of Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, Northport Police Department, Tuscaloosa Police Department, and the University of Alabama. We couldn't do what we do, though, without all of our volunteers and other organizations, so we want to thank Child Sex Trafficking Solutions Project. We also want to give a shout out to Junior League of Tuscaloosa, who's present with us, and also Trafficking Hope. We just did out quarterly stats. We sent them out, and Judge Janet joked and said, I'd like to compare y'all stats to the rest of the task force, because I think y'all are the only ones working. So we appreciate admin, Chief Burton, Chief Hooks, Chief Blankley, and Sheriff Abernathy for their support in allowing us to do this task force full time.
And then also, we are the first city in Tuscaloosa County,
Correct.
and we are the
Only the 11th in the whole state.
11th in the whole state. So I think that says volumes about what we do and the work of everyone that's involved. So we appreciate everyone doing what they can to combat this effort. So thank you very much. Okay, next on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
That's a motion by Councilwoman Bobo. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Washington. Any comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCollum.
Bobo,
Yes.
Councilman Washington,
Yes.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes,
Yes.
Yes. Item 6 is visitors to address the council. There have been no visitors signed up to speak this week. Item 8, resolutions of a temporary nature. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. Mr. President and members of the council. Currently, there are 5 vacancies on the Zoning Board of Adjustment. This is a 7-member board. We have 3 regular member appointment positions that are available, and then we have 2 supernumerary positions that are vacant as well. So these resolutions will appoint a full slate for that Zoning Board of Adjustment.
Okay. And the council has submitted names. There's five vacancies, so each council member has appointed someone. So in essence of time, I'm going to just read through these, and then we will vote individually on those. So by nomination of Councilman Washington, I move to adopt the resolution appointing Kevin Shobe as a regular member of the Zoning Board of Adjustments. His term will expire in December 2022, and that's in the form of a motion. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Washington. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Bobo.
Yes.
Councilman Washington.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. By nomination of Councilman Hinton, I move to adopt the resolution appointing Aubrey Dale as a regular member of the Zoning Board of Adjustments. His term will expire in December of 2023. That's in the form of a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Councilman Washington.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next is by nomination of Councilwoman Dykes, I move to adopt the resolution appointing Chad Haney as a regular member of the Zoning Board of Adjustments. His term will expire in December 2021. That's in the form of a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Dykes. Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Councilman Washington.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And then, personally, I move to adopt the resolution. By nomination of Councilwoman Bobo, I move to adopt the resolution appointing Tina Pfeiffer as supernumerary member of the Zoning Board of Adjustments. Her term will expire in December 2023. That's in the form of a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Councilman Washington.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. And last, I move to adopt the resolution appointing Tyler Walker as a supernumerary member of the Zoning Board of Adjustments. His term will expire in December 2023. That is in the form of a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilwoman Bobo.
Yes.
Councilman Washington.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, under resolutions of a temporary nature, item 8B2, resolution approving the Northport First Education School Grants. Mr. Snyder.
Yes, sir. As part of the 1-cent sales tax that was passed a little over 18 months ago, the city identified education and schools as a priority with the extra funding to come out of Northport First funds. This fall, the city solicited grant applications from the schools located within the city of Northport for eligible projects that would either enhance equipment, facilities, or programming. Those applications were due at the middle of November and have since been vetted by the admin committee and the finance committee. We received some great applications with some great projects that I think will have a big impact on our local schools. So there's actually an Exhibit A that lists each school, an overview of what those projects will be that are funded if approved, and the amount. I can briefly go through each of those. And so Tuscaloosa County High School will receive a little over $73,000 for multi-purpose welding machines, batting cage improvements for both baseball and softball, and some media production equipment. Collins Riverside will receive just under $35,000 for various facility upgrades, new MacBook laptops, and some robots for a program, and also to implement a positive behavior program. Echoes Middle School will receive $35,000 for technology. That'll be iPads and a charging cart. Crestmont Elementary will receive $25,000 to implement a writing program, upgrade technology, implement a science program, and a weekly study program, and also to do touchless water dispensers to help with the COVID. Fawcett Vestavia will receive money, $24,000, a little under $25,000 for technology and touchless water dispensers. Flatwoods Elementary will receive $25,000 for technology. Huntington Place will receive a little under $25,000 for technology, and Northport Elementary will receive a little under $25,000 for MacBooks, and Lloydwood Education Center will receive $5,000 for playground enhancements if approved. Are there any questions?
Okay. And once again, Max, this is $300,000 that we decided on to give to the schools from our 2019 1-cent sales tax increase through Northport First Funds. These grant applications were presented to the schools. They are the ones that have submitted to us with what they want to use this money for.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay, so before anybody says that we don't want to help schools, $300,000 is going right back into our kids and our community through our Northport First Funds, and we are doing the things that they would like to see done at their school.
That's right.
Through the help of the city of Northport. So I really appreciate all of the council members and the mayor and staff for trying to help. This has been something that's been in the works for a while now, and the next set of grant applications will be coming up pretty soon as well for the next fiscal year.
I think the plan is to get those taken care of and maybe see how this program goes, if there are any changes that are necessary after this first year, and get those out to the schools pretty quickly is
Right.
what I understand from the admin committee.
I think that's something that everybody wants to do. That's wants to see this flourish and continue to do this each year to help as well. So I think it's a good breakdown of all schools that the children of the city of Northport go to, that will be able to capitalize on these items here. So very positive, and I really appreciate Dr. Hinton and all your work on getting this done for the council. So anything else, Max or Dr. Hinton, anyone on the council?
I would like to, if I could, Mr. President, just mention that our desire, I think, as council, is that what's done, the way the money is spent, it will impact student learning. I think with all these projects, as you can see, they're all going back to student technology and lots of other things. We are really after education and seeing students improve, and that's the way the money should be. I think it is being spent with the projects that we real proud of the schools and what they've done, looking carefully at what's needed and selecting those things.
I've only heard positive feedback from the administration too. So this is a good thing, and I would like to see that once we have those checks ready to present for our community outreach committee to get with the council person of that district and see if we can work out a time for you to go and meet with the schools or present the money, and just let them know how appreciative we are for everything that they do for the kids of Northport. So Anyone else want to say anything else about that? Okay. Thanks, Max. Is there anyone that would like to move to approve the 2020 Northport First Education School Grant projects as listed and that we just discussed in the form of a motion? That's Councilwoman Dykes. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCollum.
Councilwoman Bobo,
Yes.
Councilman Washington,
Yes.
Councilman Hinton,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes,
Yes.
and President Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next on the agenda is 8C. That's our consent agenda. These range from the minutes to bill listings to P&O requisitions. I move to approve the consent agenda for the January 4th, 2021 council meeting. That is in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCollum.
Councilwoman Bobo,
Yes.
Councilman Washington,
Yes.
Councilman Hinton,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes,
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
This time, item 9, reports of special committees of council. Has there been any special committees that would like to give an update?
I will. On December 22nd, 2020, the Finance Committee met to review the presentations of funding requests from the Tuscaloosa Public Library and PARA. And just want to give an update that we're currently reviewing the accessible funds that we have, as well as giving other members of council a chance to review the presentations that were given to us. So those should be available in your box.
Okay. And that is for the public library and para,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I will go on record that I would like to say that I believe and feel like the city of Northport that we need to do a better job of our partnership with the library and with para, so I would definitely like to see something positive come out of this in terms of not level funding, but something in addition to where we were last year. So if that pleases mayor and council, if you'll take a look at that, I would appreciate that as well. So,
That is what we're suggesting, Jeff.
okay.
Mr. President.
Yes.
The Finance and Admin committees will meet together next Tuesday, June 12th at 3:30.
Okay, June 12th, 3:30. Okay, anybody else? All right. Item 10, no public hearings. Item 11, city administrator's business.
Yes, Mr. President, the next regular scheduled meeting for the council is January 18th, and that conflicts with Martin Luther King Day, and that is a holiday. If it meets with the approval of the council, I would recommend that we change that meeting to Tuesday the 19th at our regular scheduled time of 5:30 in the evening.
Okay. Any council member have an issue with changing the meeting time or the meeting date from the Monday to the next Tuesday, January 19th at 5:30, no pre-meeting? Everybody good with that? And we have to have that in the form of a motion to,
I don't know that we do, but let's
That-
formalize it. It won't hurt
Okay.
anything to take a quick vote on it.
So moved.
okay, so we'll do that. Councilwoman Bobo has made the motion to move the meeting from the 18th to the 19th, still at the same time of 5:30. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCollum.
Councilwoman Bobo,
Yes.
Councilman Washington,
Yes.
Councilman Hinton,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes,
Yes.
and President Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 13 is mayor and council members' business. Mayor Herndon, like I said earlier, is not here, so please keep him and his wife and their family in your thoughts and prayers. District 1, Councilwoman Bobo.
No District 1 business to report. Just a reminder to everyone to please wear your mask and stay socially distanced and wash your hands. We've got climbing numbers.
Okay, good reminder to everyone. District 2, Councilman Washington. Okay. District 3, Councilman Hinton.
None.
District 4, Councilwoman Dykes.
None.
All right, under mine, I'm just going to say roll tide, national championship next week. With that being said, we are adjourned, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.